food. We need the fuel, we need the fiber, we need the agriculture, which is green, and we need the manufacturing. And hemp provides a critical resource for all of that we need more than ever in this difficult, unraveling Wall Street economy that's going down. We need a local, sustainable, green economy that's going to be here for the long haul. And hemp is a key part of that. So thank you for making that happen. 30% So I'm here not just as a presidential candidate, I'm also here actually as a medical doctor and a public health advocate to say that cannabis and marijuana is a substance which is dangerous because it's illegal. It's not illegal because it's dangerous. I think you know that. But the problems of illegal marijuana are because of the violence and the crime and the funding for the criminal culture that comes out of the sale of illegal marijuana. And we get rid of all of that by legalizing and regulating it, which is what Measure 80 Octa will do. So let's be sure that it passes, because the rest of the country is counting on you. Not only for a green economy, but also for the key war on drugs that is driving so many people into jail, especially people of color and poor people who are being thrown into prison for the recreational use of a substance which is not dangerous, and that is a crime. This is the biggest growing expense of our states. The second, after growing healthcare costs, is actually the cost of the growing prison industrial complex. Instead of spending $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year incarcerating people for the use of a recreational drug, we could be spending that money on our schools, on our housing, and on our education. So this is a win-win to be legalizing cannabis and hemp. It's good for jobs, it's great for our climate, it's good for our economy, and as you know, here in the state of Oregon, marijuana is a key substance for health and for medicine. And congratulations and kudos to Oregon for leading the way in medical marijuana with a bill that made it widely available and affordable for everyone. So thank you for doing it right and being an example for how marijuana medically should be legalized. So these are like really good, common sense, obvious ideas. And you probably know there's a lot that a president could do on day one. You know what a president could do if she wanted to? She could instruct the DEA to start doing a really radical thing. Use science in the scheduling of substances and drugs. Because if science was used, hemp and marijuana would not be listed substances at all. So just by asking the DEA, instructing the DEA to use science, we can essentially liberate marijuana and hemp to be the useful pieces of our economy that they should be.
The yellow, yeah.
So that's one obvious win-win solution. But there are a few others that I just want to mention. As a candidate of the Green Party, I don't run on corporate money, I don't run on Wall Street money, I don't run on money from the health insurance industry or from the pharmaceutical companies. We are a people-powered party, and we are about returning power to the people. So we can call for a number of things that people are clamoring for, like jobs. Instead of just providing more tax breaks and more welfare for big corporations who take the money and spend it on CEO salaries and offshore bank accounts where they sock it away, we could be spending that money creating jobs now, jobs in a green economy with food, with public transportation, with clean renewable energy that creates jobs at the same time that it puts an end to climate change. So we could do that right now. We know how to do it. We did it during the Great Depression. We put people to work overnight through a New Deal. We're calling for a Green New Deal now. Let's put people back to work and end the climate crisis before it runs wild and takes over. Another win-win solution I want to mention as a medical doctor. Although now I say, people ask me, what kind of medicine are you practicing? I say I'm practicing political medicine because it's the mother of all illnesses. And we got to fix that one in order to fix everything else. But in that healthcare system, we could have a Medicare for all that would provide healthcare for everyone as a human right that saves us trillions of dollars. We can actually pay down the national debt by moving to a universal healthcare system. And quickly I'll say, we need to bail out the students and make sure that we have public higher education that's free. Instead of bailing out the bankers who got us in trouble, we can bail out the students who are indentured servants right now when they shouldn't be. They were victims of that Wall Street waste, fraud, and abuse. So we can bail out the students, make public higher education free. We can downsize the military, bring our troops home, end that war in Afghanistan, end the drone bombing, bring the troops home, bring our war dollars home, and make sure that we have jobs, health care, housing, and education here. And one last word. They will tell you to be very afraid. Be very afraid of yourself. Be afraid of standing up and voting for the future we need. But in fact, that politics of fear has delivered everything we were afraid of. The Wall Street bailouts, the expanding war, the offshoring of our jobs, and the so-called free trade agreements. Barack Obama has actually outdone George Bush on all of those accounts. So we can stand up and replace the politics of fear with the politics of courage. And we can lead the way forward for a green economy, for a hemp economy, for medical marijuana, and for freeing marijuana, and stop this racist war on drugs and on young people that's criminalizing a recreational drug that could be a key part of our economy and our healthcare system. So thank you all so much for leading the way, and I just want to recognize Seth Woolley here, who is our Green Party candidate for Secretary of State, to make sure that we have fair and free elections, that everyone has a right to vote and they're not stealing our votes. We need good secretaries of state like Seth Woolley. We'll all be on the ballot, so we ask for your support, and go to jillstein.org and become part of this voter revolt. We can take back our country, we can take back our future, and we can take back a green economy we all deserve. Thank you all so much.
Make more noise. Jill Stein, everybody. That's everything you want right there. Everything you want. Yes, indeed. Vote, vote, vote. Register to vote, and then move to another state and vote again. Because it's important. Right? And just, don't think of just national politics. Think of local politics. Go talk to your city council person. I can't help it. I'm fidgety. I'm very fidgety. I have ADD. Go talk to your local politician and let them know if they're not on the marijuana bandwagon, they will be out of a job. You understand? That's how it works. Because, I've been down in LA, I've been in Sacramento, and we go to these city council people and we have the meetings and everything, and we give them reasoned, logical arguments, and they sit there and agree with us, and then they vote against us when it comes time to do some real shit. Those cats have got to go. They've got to go. If every stoner votes, we control it. That's all. That's my point. That's all I'm saying. That's all. Don't applaud. Vote. That's how I feel about it. Talk does not cook rice. Register to vote. Get involved.